What it is, what it do, what it is, lads and ladettes. I am the Grizz, and welcome back to Yesterday Today. And we had a lot of stuff to talk about today, including some Xboxes coming out of the box bricked, seemingly bricked, and some of them actually having some cracks. Let's get into the appetizers because, man, we got a lot today. Well, it appears that Fall Guys is going nowhere no time soon, as they're still adding on very interesting skins. Recently, they have announced that Untitled Goose game is now a skin, and absolutely love that game, by the way. It's a skin, and it will be launching in just a few days on November 13th, and I think I might actually have to get back into it. I played just a little bit of it, laughed, and got frustrated, but I really think I do like this game. I don't really like Battle Royale, but this is a very different twist on it, so I think I might have to buy into this and so I can get the Goose skin. I'm really excited about it. So an interesting tweet went out by Wario64 informing us if you pre-ordered your PS5 from Target, you just might get it shipped without the traditional brown box, meaning they're just going to slap a label on the box and there's no way they can hide what it is. Yeah, I know. It's very concerning, but later on in the day it was fully addressed that somebody hit up Target private chat and they confirmed, nope, it'll be in the traditional Target box. You have nothing to worry about. We don't need anything. We already had a rough year in 2020. Let people get their PlayStations. Glad that it's fully confirmed that they won't just be smacking labels on stuff, because that would be a real huge problem, because maybe PS5s probably wouldn't make it to their destination. So glad that it got rectified, and I can't wait to play the PS5 and to hear more about your stories from the PS5. So I've mentioned on this channel numerous times that I'm a huge fan of The Last of Us, and I'm actually even a fan of The Last of Us Part 2. It was a very great game, and I've been wondering and I've been wanting a reason to play it for a second time, and well, now I think I have a reason, because haptic feedback supports it on the PS5. There hasn't been an official patch or anything to give it the overscale, but Naughty Dog hasn't released an official statement about if they're going to do that or not, but it does support haptic feedback. And this is actually discovered by an employee at Games Radar, and they actually said a member of the Games Radar team has tested it out, and the difference is immediately apparent when compared to the PS4 version. In combat, you can feel the tension in the DualSense adaptive triggers when you draw the string back on the bow, while every shot you fire on a weapon will also result in a feeling in the controller, and it feels amazing. Honestly, yeah, we got the Xbox. I'm glad. It's probably not some of the best press around it, but a lot of people are very happy about it, mostly. And I can't wait to hear about the PS5. I can't wait to hold a PS5 controller in my hands, even though I have. My cousin actually was one of those who went and bought the controller, and I wanted to test it out to see how I feel. But I really do feel like you have to play the controller, play the console, and hold the controller in your hand and experience it the way it is actually supposed to be experienced. So this is 2 games alone from this year, along with Ghost of Tsushima, that I've been looking to jump back into. In fact, once I'm done recording this video, I'm going to play Ghost of Tsushima. Not even the multiplayer mode, which is fantastic. I just absolutely love the campaign mode. So I can't wait, and I hope that Ghost of Tsushima supports these adaptive triggers and haptic feedback on the PS5, because, man, those samurai battles and the slight it gets me really excited. I'm so glad that the next gen is now current gen. So we've seen that Miles Morales is a technical marvel on the PS5, but the Insomniac developer said they're just scratching the surface. They actually sat down with an interview. They got in touch with IGN, and they actually said it feels like we're just scratching the surface of what you can do with hardware like the PS5. That we sort of can take a game model like Spider-Man and make everything really fast. Even the Ratchet and Clank game we're working on is leaning into that a lot. And that's actually really good to hear. Actually, in fact, it's actually really great to hear. And I can't really wait to play it. It's actually happening this week. We'll be getting Miles Morales on the PS5 this week. And to know that this is happening in Ratchet and Clank as well, because just the fact that they're just basically tearing through realms to rift apart, it's just they're tearing through realms. It's so awesome. And basically, I'm actually really so curious to see how far this goes. Just imagine games getting delayed to look better than what these games are even going to look like. Because every generation, you basically get new tech and they find something, oh, this is impressive, but when they have a couple years with it and they're familiar with the tech, then they can get a little bit more manipulative with it. So just imagine the next Spider-Man game, which I'm pretty sure is happening this generation, because they introduced another Spider-Man. They wouldn't have done that if they weren't trying to do the whole universe thing, but just imagine a new Spider-Man that looks even better and moves even faster with 0 loading screens. That sounds insane. Alright, lads and ladders, let's talk about another acquisition. Take-Two Interactive has acquired Codemasters, that's the studio that makes all those racing games, Dirt and F1 games like that. Well, now they join 2K and Rockstar. You know, it's going to be interesting now that they're under Take-Two's tutelage, because Take-Two makes top-notch stuff. I mean, they make NBA 2K and all of that every year, but then they also made GTA and Red Dead Redemption. So yeah, it's gonna be crazy, you know, and maybe all of that technology maybe carries over to some other games where driving and stuff like that, because I'm not the biggest fan of the driving in Borderlands, but imagine just Codemasters handling the driving section of Borderlands, and maybe it'd be a little bit different. I'm not asking for a Borderlands racing game, but it would be entertaining to get a new adult racing game with Borderlands humor. But let's not get ahead of ourselves. Codemasters has been acquired by Take-Two Interactive, and, well, let's hope this is a great opportunity to put out some great games. Well, get ready for a possible new subscription service, and this is basically Fortnite. I mean, Fortnite is an absolute spectacle. It's an absolute phenom of a game, and a subscription might fit, right? You know, people... Fortnite just ranges in age crazy, for parents who might have to suffer, you know, basically with their credit cards being compromised on Fortnite, to even adults just buying into the battle pass. So there's been reports that they are talking about possibly going the subscription route, and it can be between $5 and $16 a month, and that would include a stipend of about 1,000 V-Bucks, early access to skins, and of course it comes with the battle pass. And that actually sounds like a pretty solid deal, because isn't the battle pass about $10 in V-Bucks, 1,000 V-Bucks, or maybe almost $10 itself? So that actually sounds like a pretty good bargain, especially if you play Fortnite faithfully. I'm talking 5 days, 6 days, maybe even 7 days a week. But even if you play a little less than that, that's a great bargain. If you play it 3-4 days a week and you absolutely love it, Fortnite is a big spectacle. I'm not the hugest Fortnite fan, so I wouldn't buy into this, just like I wouldn't in any MMO. But yeah, that's just what this is, and it's really, really interesting, because I feel like it alone just helped Epic just even go even further, because it's a $1 billion game, and it's crazy because isn't it still kind of in beta? So yeah, so this is what's going on with Fortnite. Be on the lookout for that. So right outside of the box, some of the Xbox Series X's issues with it immediately. So basically some people just couldn't connect, but we found out later that it was basically server issues. When you connect it and you hook it up and everything like that, it needs to connect to it for the first time. And you know, so I'm wondering if this means what they tried to do, how last gen, where they just said, yo, you always need to be connected to the internet. Because I noticed recently, basically coming towards the end of last gen, now the PS4 and the Xbox One, I tried to play my PS4 Xbox One in other locations, and until I connected to the internet, it didn't work. It didn't matter if I owned the game physically or not. It just wouldn't work until I connected to the internet. So now it appears that they might have slithered away with that idea in there of having to always be connected to the internet, keeping your system stationary, and I'm really wondering what the end game here is. Well, if Game Pass already wasn't great, it's gotten greater. So basically, just yesterday at the launch of the Xbox Series X and S respectively, EA Play games have now joined Game Pass. 100 games. Game Pass is 200 to 300 games on there now. You're getting it for $15 a month. That is a monstrous bargain. Seriously, when they decide that they want to tier the system or maybe up the price and stuff like that, you can't blame them. Look at the games that they have here in their catalog. So of course we're going to start off with Jedi Fallen Order, Star Wars, The Two Mirror's Edges, Unravel 1 and 2, Sims, both Titanfall games. Please play Titanfall. Seriously, play it now so we can get a Titanfall 3, because Titanfall is an amazing franchise and I feel like it was just starting to take off. Next we got Need for Speed Heat, Payback, Need for Speed Rivals, and Star Wars Battlefront 2, Rocket Arena, Star Wars Battlefront, Anthem, don't worry, Anthem 2.0 was coming. Sea of Solitude, A Way Out, and I actually wanted to play both of those games. Sea of Solitude was always on my radar. Burnout Paradise Remastered, Mass Effect Andromeda, the most frowned upon Mass Effect, Mass Effects 2, 3, Dragon Age, the franchise, Fey, I forgot how to pronounce that one, Plants vs. Zombies, Garden Warfare 2, Battle for the Neighborhood, Plants vs. Zombies, Battlefields 1, 5, Hardline, Bad Company 2, Bad Company, 1943, 3, 4, Black, Skate 3. Now I get to finally play Skate because I heard how great Skate was, how much everybody loved it, because this was around the time where the Tony Hawk games weren't really a thing anymore, and then we got Tony Hawk 5 and not everybody was happy about it, and then Skate 3, it was a really great game. Don't forget, Skate 4 will be coming down the line. I'm wondering what the relationship is now that we're getting a new Skate game. Will that drop on Game Pass? Will it be EA Play? Or will they just release it? So, moving on, of course, you got NFL, Madden. You got Madden from 16 all the way up to Madden 20. FIFA from 18 to 15. No, from 18 to 20. NBA Live 19 and 18. EA Sports, UFC 1 through 3. NHL 18 to 20. Alice the Madness, Dead Space Ignition, Dead Space 2 and 3, Fight Night Champion, and I absolutely love that game. I own that game. I still actually play it. Peggle 2, Peggle, Bejeweled, SSX, Crisis 1, 2, and 3, Army of 2, Feeding Frenzies 1 and 2, Rory McCory, PGA Tour, so many games. So this is really exciting. Now how do you have a backlog going into the current generation without even buying a game, okay? 84 games right here on the list, okay? I stand corrected. 84 total games. So they've amassed 100 to 200, maybe even 300 games on Game Pass right now. This is very exciting, and hopefully for some of those people with the issues of their bricked Xboxes, hopefully they got attached to the service and they're successfully playing their Xboxes now. And well, if you're not playing Assassin's Creed or anything else, you got a bunch of games on Game Pass, so have fun with that. Alright, lads and ladettes, I want to finish off with the AEW Game, not game, games, and I'm really excited about this because they had their presentation that they released, and EVP and also wrestler Kenny Omega came out on the stage dressed as Steve Jobs. He dressed as Steve Jobs, and the presentation was very Apple-like. He came out in full black turtleneck with a long sleeve, blue jeans, and New Balances. And then he was also interrupted by Britt Baker, referee Aubrey Edwards, and even Cody Rhodes, and it just got even funnier. But they also announced the fact that it's 3 games in total. 2 mobile games. One seems to be a gambling game. Another one is a general manager game. But then, of course, we got a chance to take a look at the actual game that is in development with Ukes. Yes, they're in development with Ukes. Ukes went ahead and left. They went ahead and left mid-production for WWE 2K20 or 21, I want to say. And now they're working with rival company AEW, and the game actually looks pretty close to No Mercy. A lot of people are saying, oh, the graphics this and the graphics that. Well, that's not what it's about as of yet. And because that's not what it's as of yet, they basically just, it's an alpha, and they actually got Gator, legendary developer, to be in the game. And it seems to be here that you can have intergender matches. Now the game, once again, early development, but I like what it looks like. It looks like a modernized a WWF No Mercy game, and I like it. Okay, I love AEW. I love wrestling in general, and I can't wait to see. It looks arcadey, but then it also looks like there's a technical side to it. So yeah, and then you have official footage. This presentation was awesome. They came out with 3 games and even a shirt. Okay, you can go ahead to the shop and buy a shirt. I don't know if any of you are a fan of wrestling, so maybe you're excited about this game. Do you like game? Do you like No Mercy? Even if you aren't a fan of wrestling and you just like wrestling games, or you just remember No Mercy, Well, this appears to be the game for you, but it's in very, very early stages, so it's not happening. I want to say maybe not till this time next year, especially you got to consider COVID going on. They have studios over here in America, and they have studios over in Japan. They're taking this very, very seriously, and I can't wait to see how this turns out. If you're a fan of No Mercy and maybe even a fan of AEW, let me know down what you think about this down in the comments below, because I'm really excited. Alright, lads and lads, that's a wrap for today. Thank you so much for watching. Go ahead and hit the like if you haven't already. If not, hit the dislike. It's all good. And if you're new here, go ahead and hit that red subscribe button and make sure you turn on all notifications. I post every day, Monday to Friday at 9 a.m. So bringing you to some of the greatest news you may have missed from yesterday, today. So be sure to tune in. Road to 3,300. Use that hashtag. This video is finito.